financial problems, elder law, criminal law, tax problems, business matters, divorce, personal injury, bankruptcy, your life, your reality. Life is complicated. There is the law and there is reality. Welcome to Law and Reality, sponsored by THAV GROSS. Now here's your host, Ken Gross.
Welcome to this segment of Law and Reality. Today's topic is 2022 is behind us, 2023 is before us. Holiday greetings, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, boys. Brian Small, good morning.
Good morning. Happy holidays to everyone.
Happy
no matter
holidays.
what holiday it is you're celebrating.
Jeffrey Linden.
Good morning, Ken.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Jeffrey Kirshner.
Okay.
Happy
Happy holidays. Nice to see everyone.
Everybody good? Good.
Heck yeah.
Now, before we get into the end of year show, let me ask the first question that comes to my mind. What is your favorite holiday movie?
I'm going to go off the board a little bit. Because of my kids, they were always big fans of the cartoon Phineas and Ferb. And Phineas and Ferb always had a cartoon hour-long special, and it's fantastic. And to this day, we still watch it once, twice, even 3 times every holiday.
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb is
Both
a cartoon.
start with an F?
No, one starts with a P. Phineas and Ferb.
And Ferb starts with an F?
Yes.
Phineas.
Phineas and Ferb. So it's a cartoon,
So
hour-long
ending the year
special,
with my
and it's
language
fantastic.
issues.
Yes.
Okay. And yours, Mr. Linden.
Mine's still the Grinch cartoon. I like that movie.
And Brian?
Well, I actually have 2. One
You
is
go-
specifically.
Wait, you can only have one
No, I
favorite.
have 2. One is
One and one A.
specifically deals with Thanksgiving, which is the Turkey Drop Thanksgiving episode of WKRP in Cincinnati, which I make my kids watch every year forever.
Thanksgiving's done.
I understand.
We're talking about
It's still
Christmas,
holidays.
New
But you have to
Year's.
learn that you can't drop frozen turkeys. You learn that from that
No, you
episode.
can't- you can't- those were regular turkeys.
And your second-
As
and-
God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
And your second?
It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart.
Let me just ask you one question, then we can move on from this. If I told you you can only have one favorite, which one are you going to pick between the two?
Die Hard the movie.
So you're trashing the other
And
two.
it is a holiday movie.
Is it a Christmas movie
Yes.
or isn't it?
And well, maybe we should do that for the sake of Bruce Willis, because he's had obviously a very difficult year, and everybody likes Bruce Willis. So, me, It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a
so,
fantastic
So on
movie.
that one, you and I, and who's your favorite character in It's a Wonderful Life?
Jimmy Stewart's character. I always liked that. I can't remember his name for some reason.
Who's the bad guy?
Oh, yeah. He
Clarence is the angel.
the banker,
Potter.
Mr. Potter.
Pottersville. Bedford Falls turns into Pottersville. It's a great movie. Okay. Time to clean house. Things that you have to do. The honeydew deal. Clean the basement, clean the garage, organize the old photos stuffed in a box. Does that go on in your guys' house?
Not
on the
my
holidays?
house. None of those 3 things.
A little bit of cleaning out. I guess
I
when
always
things
clean out
slow
my
down,
desk.
I always
Yeah.
clean out a little bit.
I clean out my desk. I move the bills that were paid bills into a box to the basement, start a fresh thing for the new year.
You know, I've gotten to the
Throw
point
out excess paper.
now, I shred everything as it comes in and scan it and keep
So
it.
what type of shredder do you use? Are you particular about your shredding device?
Not really. As long as it's a cross-cut shredder that.
Do you know the name of the manufacturer? How big is it? Is it a little household one, or is it a big, high-volume one?
It's a household one.
Okay. What's the size, approximately?
Probably a 10-gallon.
Okay. Do you shred on a regular basis?
I shred on an irregular basis. I have a big shredder, but I don't use it as much as I
And
should.
do you shred?
I'm
on
an
basis?
irregular shredder. But I do have a home shredder.
Where do you keep? I keep my shredder underneath my desk.
Next to my desk.
Next to my desk.
Ours is in the garage.
In the garage. Okay. I have an
It's a
issue
garage
of, I
shredder.
have tons of records from several years that I will not, too cumbersome to shred, so I have to take them into the and load them into a car to go to a shredding service to get rid of them or have them come, that I haven't gotten around to do that in all these years. But I do need to do
So
it.
this is what's filling up his basement.
All right, so, yeah, but
That's
I
why
don't,
he's
we
got to
don't,
clean the basement on
we
his
don't
list.
have a lot of junk in our basement. My wife throws everything out. So other than those records, there's nothing there. Real deal issues. Get rid of credit card debt. Address lingering tax issues. File the Social Security claim. Do the estate plan you've been ignoring.
Those should be on everybody's hit list, because and it doesn't matter what time of year it is. If you haven't done it, you should be pursuing them. If you qualify for Social Security disability, what on earth are you waiting for applying? You're just losing opportunity, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
you get to go backwards a little bit, right? But not a lot of it.
Well, for SSD, you can go back as far as a year back from when you apply, so you're doing yourself a disservice if you keep waiting.
Who here procrastinates on things?
Oh my God.
I'm not perfect, but yeah, I procrastinate on some
No, you're not perfect.
stuff. Not perfect.
I procrastinate much less now than I did when I was younger.
Well, as you get old, like
It
you
was
are.
near-
But I
I
still
knew-
procrastinate on certain
Well, that's because you have less time. You think
I
That's
knew
probably
you
true.
were going there.
That's probably true. But like, how about
The
doing,
wick is burnt down.
How about doing a brief? When I was young, as a young attorney, if a brief was due and had to be filed by Wednesday, I didn't really get into it until midday Monday, and then it was like in a high school and college, it was no sleep to get the thing done. Nowadays, if I have a brief due on Wednesday the 21st, I basically have the whole first draft done 7 to 14 days ahead of time, because I can't stand any longer
Overachiever.
the anxiety of worrying about getting it done on time. Whereas
Overachiever.
where in the old days, as a kid,
I've evolved that way
I got
too.
36 hours. What's to worry about?
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go
I
watch the
definitely
baseball game.
evolved briefing
Yeah.
because it gets better. You need time to step away from it and come back to it.
But
Yeah.
all those things that you
Yeah,
you
it's a better
talked
product
about,
by getting it done early too. No
all those
question.
things you talked about are by procrastinators. Not getting rid of your credit card debt.
Absolutely.
Not getting rid of your tax issue.
The longer
Not-
you
not-
put off doing something, it costs you.
And here's the thing. You know what a procrastinator is.
Procrastinator?
an amateur.
It's an amateur. But most people at this point have become procrastinators.
Ah, did you make this up yourself, or is you stealing this from somebody
I
else's
stole it from somebody
monologue?
else. I thought it was great.
Do you know who you stole it from?
No,
you
I
can give
don't.
credit to them.
I would.
Give it back.
Are we going to
Maybe
have
we
a segment like a placard on the show? This is dad joke moment.
We're not,
And
but
then-
we're gonna. But we are gonna have a commercial break. We'll be back after the break.
If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
THAV GROSS specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're THAV Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call THAV GROSS.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call THAV GROSS. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
I was married for 57 years before my husband died.
Simasco Law had established a trust for them before this happened.
There's so much to do in the beginning, but after about a month, you're kind of alone.
We deal with estate planning and trusts every day.
If you continue to have good support and know that your finances and your estate is in order, that's one thing that's so comforting. I would just highly recommend Simasco Law.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
We're THAV Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call THAV GROSS.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call THAV GROSS today, 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress.
Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirschner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP. Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're THAV Gross. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
THAV Gross specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're THAV Gross. Our firm will solve your problem. All right, we're back. I want to say something right at the beginning, and it's all serious, and I wanted to apply for all of 2023. There will be no extricating any longer in this show.
What the heck? Listen,
Now.
extrication. I understand that
Moving
there's
on.
procrastinating,
For our
and there's procrastinating.
For our year-end celebrations. No extricating. Okay, 2022
Putting that
top
on.
10 New Year resolutions from Country Living. Number one.
Oh, you have an
Number
exciting
one
reading list,
seems
don't you?
to be there every year.
It's always
Losing
there.
weight.
Absolutely.
Number two, eat healthier, change diet. 3, get fitter and take more exercise. 4, spend more time with family and friends. 5, be more aware and take care of your mental health. Sort out your finances and cut back spending. Number 6 is for Brian.
Should be number 1.
Number 7 is for me, travel more. Number 8, take up a new hobby, sport, or other interest. I should do that because golf is not working all that well for me.
Even
Number
when
9,
you're playing golf, golf isn't working all
correct.
that well for you.
Be more environmentally friendly. I'm going to use the receptacle more frequently. Look for a new job. Anybody?
Receptacle?
I hope
Look
it's
for a
for
new job.
recycling.
Look for a new job. No. No. Dave, no. Okay, let's. Oh. Brian.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Homework.
See the thing that you wanted to throw at me
Yes.
in the last show?
Each of you should make a list of your New Year's resolutions. Does anyone have a New Year's resolution that we did not cover on this list?
Did you cover lose weight? Oh wait, no,
Yes.
you did cover lose weight.
Got
Get
one?
more exercise? Oh shit. Be more fine.
I have one. I want to learn more about how to cook better in the house, particularly on the grill.
You grill in the house?
You grill? Isn't
You
your
use
grill
in the
outside?
house?
Yeah, outside. Well, on the patio, yes. And I also want to learn how to be more patient with the stock market. Like in just relax and wait it out.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
That's I've done that.
Does it work for you?
It works for me, except like you go a couple weeks where things start getting better, and then I got to go take a peek.
It's kind of those things with stock market and,
When it's
home
bad, I
value.
like.
If you're not doing anything, like with your home,
Wait
people
it
start
out.
freaking out. If you're not doing anything with your home, just let it be. It doesn't matter what the value is. You're not selling it. Same thing with the stock market. Most people are investing for the future. So if
Well-
it's going down, fluctuating, just let it ride out. 'cause
You
you're
do
not
have
tapping
to,
into it.
as Pat says, you do have to be responsible with your investing,
And your risk factor.
and you also.
Sure.
But he also mentions dollar cost averaging. When the market's low, you should still be buying because eventually all that stuff is going to go up. But being patient with the stock market, good luck with that.
Yeah, and if you're locked into a down market, you kind of have to ride the wave. It's not the time to to lock in your losses. That's the thing. I've got another one. I want to avoid political debate on social media.
That'll be fine for 2 more years. Maybe a little less than 2 more years.
Why are you laughing?
Because you are the political. You can't stay away from social media with your
I
posts.
decreased the amount of posts by 80 to 90%.
You are 100% correct. Following the last presidential election.
But I did make some posts coming up, actually at the end of midterm. But what I have changed, though, I've deleted from my friend list the people that I get into the enormous debate with that are advocating positions from no logical source of authority or rational means. I used to get going back and forth with them. I stopped that because I realized it aggravated me. So I just got rid of them. But I don't know that that's the smart thing to do. Originally I was doing posts because I wanted to try to help people see the world the way it should be and to think things out clearly. I realized a long time ago.
He wanted people to see the world the way Ken Gross thinks that they should be.
That's exactly correct. Okay, but anyway, I've learned to decrease, and I want to continue to decrease. I'm sure I will increase a year from now when we're coming into the next presidential election.
Yep.
But those were mine, and I have on the beginning of my list and the end of my list, I want to convince more people of the evils of credit card debt.
Did you notice that he skipped the one right before that? Be more compassionate and patient with others.
This is my list, though.
It is his list. But he skipped that one.
I find him very patient with me. And I think with you too, isn't he?
Mostly.
Yeah, not so much.
I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank right now. I'm not going to get that much out of Brian. No. I should elevate that higher on the list.
You think, Patch? Do you think so?
I should put that ahead of learning how to cook better.
Again.
But I'm going to put it below.
Again, Patch.
All kidding aside, on that one, I've tried. I've tried, and this year I'm going to try and focus that. Everybody has some challenge that they're dealing with that nobody else knows about, and that probably impacts how they're projecting their self to the world in your interaction with them. And if you keep that in mind, I think it makes it easier to deal with people.
Which simply says, be kind to everyone, because it doesn't hurt you to do that.
Right.
And you never know what someone else is going through.
But point well taken. There's only one exception to that rule that I would apply it to, and that would be you.
Right. We know.
All right. So, Brian, let's talk about some of the things we want to do in 2023. How do you get rid of the credit card debt?
All right.
Now, we're coming up to a break, so give me the short version, and then we'll come back after the break.
Short version is you examine what your opportunities are, whether it's Chapter 7 bankruptcy, Chapter 13 bankruptcy, debt resolution, budget management, offers and compromise with regard to tax problems. We have to look at your situation and find you the right solution.
I didn't say anything about tax problems.
I know.
Tax problems was going to be the question I asked Jeffrey Linden.
I understand.
So you've jumped. What's the expression where you jump the
shark?
You jumped the shark. Jeffrey Linden.
Using that improperly.
This TV show jumped the shark years ago.
Yeah, this is not jumping the shark.
Now, what is jumping the shark?
Jumping the shark is going one too far and causing the quality of everything to decline.
It had the reference comes from Happy Days, when they had the character, the Fonz, water skiing and jumping over a shark. And when he was water skiing, and it was so ridiculous that it became an expression, jumping the shark. And on that note, we'll take a break.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're THAV GROSS. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
THAV GROSS specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're THAV GROSS. Our firm will solve your problem.
Tax problems are major problems. Don't let the IRS levy your wages and seize your assets. There is a solution.
We're THAV GROSS. Our firm will solve your problem.
If you're behind on your taxes and owe money to the IRS, call THAV GROSS.
We've been solving tax problems for 32 years. We stop wage levies, resolve unfiled returns, and obtain the best possible settlements.
Call THAV GROSS today, 888-235-HELP. You can't work. You have to deal with pain and stress. Worse yet, our system for applying for disability benefits seeks to deny you the benefits you're entitled. Jeff Kirshner is an expert in obtaining disability and workers' compensation benefits for his clients. You need to call Jeff before you apply or after you're denied to get the benefits you deserve. 888-235-HELP. 888-235-HELP.
Time for announcements. Feel free to come in for a free consultation or telephone conference anytime at THAV GROSS. Just call 888-235-HELP or go online and sign up. Debt issues, tax issues, estate planning issues, business law issues, elder law issues with Pat, disability issues with Jeff Kirshner. Also, you can catch our show on podcasts as well as Law and Reality on YouTube. All of our past shows are available. Just go to Law and Reality on Google and you will find the YouTube station, and you can find us there. We have free reports on our website, Resolving Tax Problems, The Real Solutions by myself and Jeff Linden, Bankruptcy, Is It Right for Me by Brian, How to Save Your Home from Foreclosure, Business Formation Loans and Grants for Small Businesses in Detroit and Michigan, and The Retiree's Guide from Social Security by Pat Simasco. I want to thank our sponsors, THAV GROSS, Simasco Law, Kirshner Law. Now back to the show.
Carrying too much debt? Resolve your debt. Call THAV GROSS.
You don't need to be broke, and you don't need to hit rock bottom. If you have income and you're struggling with debt, dump it. Think about the next 10 or 20 years. If you do what the banks tell you, you'll have nothing to retire with. There is a solution.
Don't waste your future. Call THAV GROSS. We're experts at eliminating credit card debt. 888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
Pat was recommended by a friend who insisted that we really needed a trust. And he said, I know somebody who will do a good job for you.
At Simasco Law, we deal with estate planning and trusts every day.
We had excellent service from Simasco Law. Any questions we had were addressed. Our estate is in order, and it had been set up so well that nothing needed to be done. I would just highly recommend Simasco Law.
Is the debt piling up? Struggling to get by?
It's all about preserving future income. Bankruptcy is one option. When it's right, it's the least costly, most effective way to save your home, eliminate a second mortgage, and wipe out credit card debt. But you need to address the problem now.
We help people with bankruptcy. Call the experts.
We're THAV GROSS. Our firm will solve your problem.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP. If you're retired and in a financial crisis, there is a way out.
It pains me when I see a retired couple exhaust their savings by paying credit card bills and for a home hopelessly underwater.
THAV GROSS specializes in helping retired people in financial crisis.
You just can't keep paying until you're broke. You need to address the problem now.
888-235-HELP. That's 888-235-HELP.
We're THAV GROSS. Our firm will solve your problem. All right, we're back. So you gave us a little blurb on credit card debt. Maybe we'll come back to it, maybe not. Bottom line is get rid of it, right?
We should always come back to it, and we should always get rid of it.
Okay, now that we're done jumping the shark. Jeffrey Linden, what about
Ken.
tax issues? Any quickies?
Yeah, if you haven't filed your returns, file them. If you don't have the records, we can help you get them. If you don't have the money, we can get you to pay your taxes. File them anyway. We'll get you on a payment plan. It's better. It's not only a crime, but the penalties are greater if you don't file and don't pay. It's a much more manageable issue to file but not pay right away. And if you're being audited, you need to call somebody and get some help.
Isn't this really right now, the end of the year, beginning of the year, really the best time to start examining your tax situation, because you still have the opportunity to do tax planning for 2023, and all your problems are technically behind you if you plan properly for 2023, and we can fix it going forward.
And the key to all of the tax programs that we use to help you outside of bankruptcy is that you have to be compliant going forward. So the end of one year and the beginning of the next year is the best time because you're not having a big gap to catch up and change your
So
habits.
getting compliant, that's the key. What about quickies on disability?
Don't procrastinate. Anytime is a good time to talk about your claim, to talk about your ailments. So even if you just start being off of work and unable to work, come talk to me. We'll figure out when the proper time is to file your claim. If you get denied, don't sit on it. Come talk to me right away. Procrastination always hurts people in these matters. They wait too long to file, or when they get
All you're
the
doing
decision.
is extending the timeline before you get help and get the money.
Correct.
you need.
Or if they've applied on your own, which a lot of people do it first, and they just kind of sit on a denial. If you wait too long, you have to start all over and you hurt yourself. Come see me. We can always talk about it.
I have a question about that
Sure.
because we've been coming out of the COVID era, so to speak, but people are still getting COVID. But long COVID
Yes.
and Social Security disability, I know a whole bunch of people that they look
How
healthy.
disabled are they?
They seem healthy, but they can't walk up and down the stairs without getting winded.
But can they work?
Well, the question is they can't work at the job that they were doing because they were on the line at Ford. Or
So is that a claim?
Is that
Absolutely, it's a claim. Those cases are a little bit more complicated, like some other disease processes, because long COVID, there's not true diagnoses. It's more based on your symptoms, things of that nature. But with regard to that, as long as you are seeking treatment, as long as it's recorded in medical records, we can use that to pursue your claim. So it's important that you seek treatment for those problems, but absolutely those are claims.
All right, let me ask you a question. All right, so if I'm going to do an estate plan as part of my New Year's resolution, should I do it in the fourth quarter, the third quarter, the second quarter, or the first quarter?
You know, I don't care which quarter of the football game you're watching. You should make sure you have an estate plan. If you don't have one, you need to do it. Doesn't matter which part of the year. The sooner you need, the sooner the better.
Because you don't know when you're going to need it.
Yeah. Is there a bus with your name on it?
Can I
You're
make
gonna get hit by?
one more advice leading on to that? Make certain when your kids turn 18 years old, come talk to Brian about
Power of attorney.
Power of attorney. That's
Good
critical
point.
that people don't think about.
Yeah, both the durable power of attorney for financial assistance and the medical power of attorney,
Right.
because you can't make a medical decision for your child because they're now an adult.
All right, it's our end of the year show. We have a tradition of always remembering those that we lost during the year. Now, I picked the people out, the list that I had 87 people. I picked the ones that I liked. Jerry Lee Lewis, Angela Lansbury, Kenneth Starr, Queen Elizabeth, Bernard Shaw, Mikhail Gorbachev, wish we had him here, Olivia Newton-John, Vin Scully, Bill Russell, Tony Dow, Paul Sorvino, Tony Sirico, Ray Liotta, James Caan, Madeleine Albright, William Hurt, Sally Kellerman, Howard Hessman,
He was great.
Bob Saget, Sidney Poitier.
Poitier.
It always amazes me when you look back at the end of the year and you look at all those names. You know, these people make such an impression on you over the years for such a long period of time, and then poof, they're gone.
Like Dr. Johnny Fever on WKRP. Howard Hessman.
Final words, have a happy, healthy, safe new year. We will see you next year with Law and Reality.